Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We have a decision to make, and I have agonized over this decision for like the past day and a half. It's a really hard one for me to make a call on, so I'm going to briefly just go through my thought process here. She's crying out for someone to tell them that they love her. And obviously she has feelings for us. And she wants to hear us say that back. I think Sayori's a great person. Like, she is a fantastic human being who tries to put everyone else first. And that in itself is an incredible thing to want. But she is hurting inside. But I don't feel any attraction to her whatsoever in a romantic way. As a best friend, 100% behind you, will support you, will go anywhere and do anything for you. But there is no romantic interest there for me at all. And I know that's gonna hurt her. I know that's gonna hurt her so bad. I can't tell her that I love her because it will hurt her even more in the long run, because I'm lying if I say that. But I know that if I say to her, "You'll always be my dearest friend," then she'll pretend everything's fine, but it's gonna kill her inside. But I can't tell her that I love her because I would be lying. I would be lying to her, and I can't do that to her. Like, it might hurt now if I tell her she's my dearest friend, but if I tell her I love her, she will be happy now, but will hurt even more later. And I can't justify doing that to her. So my decision is to tell her that she'll always be my dearest friend, and I'm just going to have to deal with whatever that incurs in the moment. So here we go. Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Oh, don't make me agonize like this. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. She wanted to hear that we love her so bad. Oh no, Sayori, please. Is this what it feels like? To get stabbed in the chest? Oh, she's even got their tears. I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment. Remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing? You're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. But I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. That was painful for me. Honestly, really, really painful for me to see her break down like that. God, that hurt. God, that hurt. But I have to believe that I did the right thing. I have to believe that our support, in as honest a way as we can give it, is the best thing that we can do. And I know she's gonna hurt, and I know she's gonna hurt for a while, but hopefully we can work together and we can rebuild, and we can give her the joy that she deserves. Oh, right. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Honestly, I would do that. If she's not answering her phone after what she told you yesterday, fucking go there, make she's alright. You know, get her up, get her going, get her doing something. Even if all she's doing is just like lying in bed and, you know, crying or just demotivated to do anything. Like, we have to keep her moving. We have to keep her doing things. Otherwise, she'll fall into a trap that she'll never get out of. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend some time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. Perpheral! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. Ooh. Yeah, can we not say that, please? That was a little harsh. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. No, it's not. It really isn't. Like, we should know better than that. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yes, we absolutely should have. Please don't make me regret this. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. So hold on a second. She knows about all this? Why is she not doing anything to help her? But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? Oh, don't put it that way. Come on, dude. That's gonna make me hurt. That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one that knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monika is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. I'm starting to think like Monika might be manipulating events in a way that we don't know about. I really hope that's not the case, because that's really manipulative and dangerous. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh god. That's not good. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Jesus. This is really scary. Not in a I'm a horror scary. Like this is she's much further gone than I even realized. Like she's in danger. Like there's shit going on in her head that she I don't even know how to put it into words, but that's she's in trouble. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Perpheral? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? We should have fucking woke her up, dude. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monika calls that out after me. That's a really weird thing to say. I quicken my pace. I really don't like where this is going now. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I don't think that's what she needs, though. If things stay the same, she's just gonna still be miserable. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. Also, I can't help but notice there hasn't been any music for, since this day started. And that's actually kind of... it's making me really anxious. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Oh no. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Guys, I'm really nervous about this. Please, I have things in my head right now, and I really, really, really don't want that to have been the way this goes down. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. If this is about to go down the way I think it is, this is gonna hurt. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Fuck. What the hell? I was Fuck. I was afraid of this. I was genuinely afraid of this. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. But she did. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Because I couldn't lie to her. I couldn't lie to her. That's not fair on her either. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone. Forever. Nothing I can... Sorry. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Wow. Oh, fuck. That is disturbing. Okay. I know I'm probably playing right into its hands. But I kind of have to do it, don't I? I have to make the other choice, don't I? Ah. I should have seen that one coming. Starting a new game. Oh, Christ. This is gonna get super fucked up, isn't it? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let, I'm assuming that's supposed to be Sayori, catch up with me. Oh, Christ. I don't know what's going on anymore, but this is creeping me the fuck out. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself, it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Perpheral? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class as last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? We're about to get some fucked up shit because it's supposed to be 3. It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Okay, so she does say 3. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too, so obviously she's talking about Natsuki. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, Perpheral. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Perpheral. You know that? It's nothing really. I'm still reeling from like the past 15 minutes. So this is such a bizarre feeling. Like I'm super tense. My hair's on end. I feel deathly cold. Like this is just odd. This is just odd. Shall we go then? Like, I'm actually terrified about what's going to happen when we walk into that room. I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh god. The music stopped. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh, fuck. That actually scared the shit out of me. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Oh, fuck. Okay, can we not do that, please? Can we really please not do that? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Okay, that statement, just saying that statement aloud made me feel just disgusting, considering, like, the events. So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Wasn't Sayori the vice president? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet you both. So I ran into Perpheral in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, she was probably going to make cupcakes. Is that what that is? I didn't forget it, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. This is like almost exactly what we did, except it was next to Sayori. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I'm actually like tensing every time I'm going to the next line of dialogue. Like, it's got me so on edge now. Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Perpheral, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me, as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I feel like that is a considerably more poignant thing to say right now. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a bit of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment, so I can't help but notice that this is all playing out almost exactly the same as it was the first time we played through here. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of Vice President after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? So she's kind of taking on a more responsible role this time round, it looks like. Because we made that decision, I think, the last time, or something like that. Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forward what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is... we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Ah. We need 4. Fuck. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. It's interesting to see a different spin on what would have happened without Sayori here. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Perpheral, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So do we write a poem? You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I'm slightly afraid of what this is going to be. But yes. Oh, fuck. Can I not do this, please? Okay. So we are going to write another poem. Okay. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I am not in a good headspace to write a poem right now. I am a little shaken. More than a bit upset. And I'm not going to do this right now. I'm gonna take a bit and we'll write this poem in the next part. I don't know if I'm gonna go down the Yuri route again, or if I might go down the Natsuki route. I haven't really given it enough thought to make that decision right now, and my head's a bit all over the place after that. So, thanks for watching, guys. A quick addendum: if this has affected anyone like in an upsetting way or distressing way, I'm sorry. Please, if this gets to you, spend some time with friends or with family and, you know, get yourself right. I would hate to think that my playthrough of this has caused anyone distress, so I apologize if that is the case. But thanks for watching nonetheless, and I will play through this whole thing regardless of what happens. I'm gonna get to the end of this to see how this pans out. But in the meantime, take care. I'll see you real soon.